Hey everyone, thank you so much for clicking on this video. The fact that you are willing to sacrifice a few minutes out of your day to consume my content really does mean the world to me. For those of you that are unaware, I try to review everything that gets released on Disney+, Netflix, and all streaming platforms. So if that is something that does interest you, then please subscribe to my channel. I would really appreciate it. And today we're going to be talking about the very first episode of Agatha All Along, which was released at the same time that this episode is going live. I just want to say thank you so much to the Disney Plus team in South Africa who made me getting a screener possible. I really do appreciate it. And so for this video, I'm going to give you my honest, unfiltered thoughts and feelings after just watching the very first episode. And yeah, I had absolutely no ulterior motives with this other than to be 100% honest with you. So if you guys like honesty, then you're in the right place. But if you have watched this episode, then please let me know your thoughts down below, because I have a lot of thoughts and a lot of feelings about this show, and let's dive right into that. This is your official spoiler warning. I'm going to be talking about spoilers, although not much happened in this episode, to be 100% honest with you. Yes, let's dive right into it. So Agatha All Along is of course a direct sequel to WandaVision, and we're now catching up with Agatha Harkness, which flipping awesome surname, by the way. I'm a massive Captain Jack Harkness fan, so Harkness is always cool to me. But yes, we're catching up with her after, of course, the events of WandaVision, and she is also now trapped in a curse, or the ramifications of a curse. She's, of course, stuck in the same sort of stereotypical episodes of the WandaVision series, where each episode was a different television show genre. So we were stuck in a cop drama for the first half of the episode. And the issue I had with that is it wasn't exciting. It wasn't riveting. I won't lie. I really don't like when I'm this blunt, but I was genuinely bored out of my mind for the first half of this episode. It really just progressed at such an incredibly slow pace, and nothing felt important. It just really, there was nothing. And that's disappointing. We're sitting here in a situation where we're working with magic. We're working with, a sequel to a show where every single episode was so unique and exciting because we didn't know what to expect next. And we got the most dreary, disappointing, boring possibility. This cop drama episode was boring as all heck. And the unfortunate reality is the moment that transition happened, where Agatha gets her memories back, and we realize, oh snap, we're entering back into the MCU proper. We're going back into the real world. It didn't feel like it picked up at all. The pacing still felt incredibly slow, but at least there was progression at that point. Then we actually get progression, and that's what I'm going to be talking about for the rest of the video. So yes, we actually then get progression. We get introduced to all of these characters, and I'm gonna be blatantly obvious here, and probably show my true colors in some ways, and it's very disappointing. But besides Agatha, I can't remember a single other character's name, which just shows you how unmemorable they were to me. Because again, I've got notes. Sorry, this is my microphone as well. But I've got notes on notes just for this first episode. And I'm realizing now I didn't note any of their names, but I don't remember any of their names either. And that's not a particularly good sign that I've watched the first 2 episodes and I don't know characters' names. But Aubrey Plaza in this, I've got a massive crush on Aubrey Plaza. She's amazing. I love what she does. She's a brilliant actress. But this is the first time I've also ever watched her perform and been bored. The actors across the board in the show are brilliant. You can see they can give great performances, but very often it's the script or maybe even the directing that lets them down. I don't want to take anything away from the actors and actresses in the show. They give their all. They're very invested in the story, but they are let down by the script. This is a script that also really tries to have jokes in it non-stop, and none of them ever feel like they land. And I've recently gone through a bit of a reawakening. That's a terrible word, but maybe it's what I'll go with. Or rather just a new way of looking at films. And I try to just approach them all from a more positive point of view. I'm realizing just how difficult movie making is. I'm working in teams and groups now where it's just difficult to get a unified vision. So when I can see something is actually made, I'm going to start off by treating it better. I'm going to go, you know what? The fact that you guys were able to come together as a team and make this work, that's brilliant in and of itself. So I want to always approach a project in a positive mindset. But it was difficult to stay invested in this the whole time. It was just very difficult to stay invested. So yes, we have Aubrey Plaza's character appear. There's a fight sequence. Some of the, again, I don't like to speak super negatively, but some of the most generic and slow choreography in an action sequence I've seen in a very, very long time. And while I was watching the fight sequence take place between Agatha and Aubrey Plaza's character, all I could think of is, whoa, actually, this is the first MCU project we've gotten since Deadpool and Wolverine, which had fantastic action sequences. What happened here? And I understand they are technically completely different properties. You can't compare Agatha to Deadpool, but surely the same amount of love and attention to detail should go into both projects since they are both labeled under the MCU. So yes, guys, like by the end of the first episode, all I could think was, flip. We get an Agatha show, which I don't think many people were asking for. I understand a lot of people loved her character, but did she ever necessarily need a show? That's a question for another time, but right now we have a show. We have the show is out. This first episode didn't make me think, yes, I needed to watch this. It has me a little bit intrigued for what's to come though. And that's what's important about a pilot. Am I feeling intrigued to keep watching? And when I finished the first episode, I can say, yes, I was intrigued. There was a little bit that made me want to go, okay, let's see where this is going. But on the whole, the entire episode felt slow. It felt like a chore to get through. And I don't want to feel that way watching shows I should be enjoying. I don't want to feel like, man, I really had to force myself to watch that. I can see the passion from the actors and actresses. I can see how much they're putting into their roles. And so I really hope that the show picks up and the excitement picks up, because I want to enjoy these characters. I want to be able to enjoy these actors and go, hey, the hard work you're putting into this project, I appreciate it. And I want to see more. So I really do hope that the show picks up. But guys, I'd love to know what you think. Please comment it down below. Give this video a like if you haven't yet. And I hope to see you guys again in the next video. Episode 2 review should be up at the same time, or rather my episode 2 reaction. So the link to that will be in the description below. But guys, thank you so much for watching. You're the best. You're awesome. And I hope to see you again in the next review.